what are your goals now that you are out on your own? I mean, obviously, AEW runs what appears to be a pretty gigantic annual show at Wembley every year. I know that when you guys asked for your release, there were immediate people saying Grizzled Young Vets, FTR, fantasy booking that for Wembley. What are some of the things that you guys want to accomplish? James, we'll start with you.
Yeah, go
on. I think, like, there's a lot, but hey, Wembley sounds pretty good to me. You know what I mean? Like, so it's one of those things. Like my mum's not in best of health. She hasn't been for quite a few years, so she hasn't had the opportunity to see me live ever, which is crazy because I've been wrestling now for nearly 19. Well, next week will be 19 years. And she was the one who actually, got me to start training. So my dad's seen me, but like my mum hasn't, and she's never had the, chance to really see me. To see me at Wembley, to get my family over to arguably the biggest wrestling show in the UK. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. It'd be cool to kind of like show my family, like, yeah, I'm not around much these days, and I know it's hard for me and for you, but this is why I'm doing this, and look at what we're doing. And then obviously on top of that, if we were to wrestle someone like FTR, just cancel tag team wrestling after it. Just cancel it, because like as far as I'm concerned, if that's the case, if we if all stars align and we end up wrestling those boys, like I'm not thinking about tomorrow. Like that is it. So my body I can deal with my body tomorrow. Future James can deal with that. But like it would be a special match, and we would make sure. I mean, I can obviously speak on the boys as well because they take a lot of pride in their work. The match itself would be amazing. It would just be amazing.
Yeah, so obviously just whatever we're looking to do next, we kind of have already alluded to a little bit that we're just taking it as it comes, enjoying everything, because one of the things that we loved about the job in the first place was the fact that you get to travel the world and go to all these crazy places, and everyone naturally sees the career and they focus on the sort of WrestleManias, Slammiversaries, All-Ins. They're the shows that they focus on, whereas the boys backstage very rarely talk about those big shows because often they're quite uneventful. Most of the best stories come from the terrible small shows in dodgy corners of the world that nobody thought had wrestling. And weirdly, that was one of the things that pulled me back to the Indies, was the fact that we get to travel again and we get to go and do these little shows and we get to watch things go horrendously wrong. And we get to spend weeks in countries that I haven't visited or cities and towns that I haven't visited. I'm really enjoying doing all of that stuff. As far as like what company we're aiming to land at, we're just going wherever it's most fun. Obviously, money does attract you to places. If AEW, if the timing does end up right and we end up at AEW, we're going to be very happy. If the timing keeps us at TNA for a bit longer, we're going to be happy there because we're enjoying ourselves there. If it takes us back to WWE, we'll be happy there. We've had a great time there in the past. Just taking it as it comes. As far as big matches that are still out there, the Hardy Boys is one that the two of us have wanted to tick off. The Motor City Machine Guns is a match that we absolutely must do at some point. We get requested a lot. The Young Bucks is a match that I think a lot of people would really enjoy. But again, the one that we get requested the most is the match with FTR. I think it's obvious. I think it writes itself. And I think the first promotion to book GYV against the FTR are the winners.